Ship, the draw, and he won't get anything. Tackle on the play by Aaron Smith, the fifth-year man out of Northern Colorado. They bring it on the right side. There it is. Blake is hit. Furrier came around the outside. Let's look at the rest of the offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The offensive line has moved around a little bit. Faneca started out at guard, had to go to left tackle with the injury to Marvell Smith. The wide receivers, a very good bunch, but the big man inside makes it all happen. Didn't start the year as a starter. Bill Cowher went with
Amos Zeraway. Been ready to play this.
3rd down and 1 to toss. Zeraway, and Zeraway has it. And that's the kind of LA place you use Zeraway. It didn't work out. The bus. And look at the bus roll.
Jerome Bettis, the ball carrier.
Jerome Bettis.
And talking to Jerome the other day, he let us know. I mean, he's still having a good time and all that, and he's a great leader, but he let it be known what he means to this offense and really how defense is prepared differently anytime Jerome Bettis is out there in the backfield.
After the penalty. They'll go with the draw. The pitch back. Maddox going deep. He's got Doring open. Doring has the ball, and he's still going. Chris Doring. Inside the 20, down to the 12-yard line. So a little trickery comes up big for the Steelers.
Giving it to Hines Ward and let him run with it. Right out of the middle. Here they go with the flea flicker. Good time up front. Everybody's confused, and then Doring has to wait for it, but able to go up and get that football and then get what he can. Now, he doesn't have the speed to get into the end zone as Raynoch Thompson is able to track him down.
23 yards out. And he pulls it left.
Oh.
And so we just got through talking about the red zone, and there it is. 4 wideouts on the field. A safety blitz from way back. Blake had time, and he misses Anquan Bolden. Field, Bettis in motion, empty backfield. They'll throw to Hines Ward. Ward at the 15, trying to get close to the 20-yard line. With Randle in the slot.
For Arizona has got to get rushed.
Randle has it. And that's a Steeler first down. That was easy.
Comes the blitz.
Blake intended for Gilmore, and it's well behind him. Chad Scott on the coverage. This place has been busy. A pickup of 6 by Burris. The rollout, looking for the deep comeback to Ward. And Ward somehow comes down with it. The coverage is great by Ronaldo Hill.
Going to come back to the football just like a good receiver does, and now it's a scrum. Now the fight's on between he and Ronaldo Hill.
Rolling on the ground is a catch by the Pittsburgh receiver, down by contact, 1st and 10.
There it is. Ty goes to the catcher just like Ty goes to the runner in baseball.
Second in the AFC in receptions. Bus has a lane. Put some tokens on it.
Listen to this crowd. What did I talk about in the open? Feed the frenzy. Get this crowd cranked up. The heartbeat of this football team is still Jerome Bettis. And watch him shake tacklers over the middle here, Ronnie. I mean, this is Steeler football. This is Steeler country. And you're not going to hang on to the bus when he's got it cranked up going downhill, and Adrian Wilson finds that out as he just rolls over.
His longest pickup of the season, if you can believe that. And they'll give it to McKinnon. He just trucked somebody in there. Looked like McKinnon.
To me, Amos Zeraway again, a much better change of pace back.
Zeraway will get it again. He's got a little hole. Time today have a nice drive going. The blitz by the Cardinals. They pick it up. And Haynes, he picks up a bunch. Maddox inside and Doring. Touchdown Steelers. But a flag is down.
And that looks like it's going to be a late hit anyway on Kenny King.
Right.
Moot point.
Chris Doring, 6-year man out of Florida, gets his first touchdown of the day, of the year.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 72 of the defense. There's a touchdown. We'll penalize 15 on the kickoff.
Here's Doring here. Now watch him go do a stop route right there. And then once the DB back there slips, it's over. He cannot make the break up on the ball. And then Tommy Maddox takes the roughing the passer hit by Kenny King. But you throw a timing route like that and the DB slips, forget it. It's over.
No blitz by the Steelers. And he throws it behind Bryant Johnson, the rookie out of Penn State.
Now I'm going to blame that on the rookie.
They'll pass again. The Q in, Q out. And broken up nicely by Deshae Townsend. We just talked about him. The Duncan will kick it away. Randle along with Taylor deep. This will be Randle. He gets away from one. Randle is going.
Got something.
He gets a block and then runs out of bounds. It takes a late hit, and there goes the flag.
That is just ignorant, really. I mean, here you are. There's 2 seconds left in the half.
That's Mike Banks.
Personal foul. Number 84, the kicking team.
Clearly, Antoine Randle slows up.
Get a player out of bounds.
He slows up and goes out of bounds.
First down.
Coach Bill Cowher, penalties and mistakes in the first half. You still have the lead, but those are two things you want to get away from.
Well, I mean, it's been the same scenario every week. So, hey, right now we're 30 minutes away from getting a win. I don't care how it looked. We got to find a way. These first series, this first kickoff will be very important that we set the tempo and just find a way to finish this thing off. You know, we're putting ourselves in a situation right now where, you know, like I said, we have to overcome ourselves. The first half's over. Finish this game off.
Good luck in the second half.
It's had it going the last couple of weeks. Oh, man.
Ship took a hit. Gildon along with Kendrell Bell.
Kendrell Bell, maybe the most explosive player on this defense, just gets up, and that's how you fill a hole as a linebacker. And watch number 97 here as he delivers the shot face up on Marcel Ship. Boom. See that head go straight backwards. I'll tell you one thing, you know Kendrell had his eyes open, enjoying every bit of that hit.
Jack Lambert would have been proud of that hit. 2nd and 8. Blake looking over the middle, and it's knocked away. Second nice play in a row for Kendrell Bell. Blake on the rollout. He's in trouble. And Blake will go down.
There it is. There it is.
And that right there is the record, the franchise all-time sack record for Jason Gildon. He passes L.C. Greenwood.
Watch Gildon coming from his left end spot down there. A little stunt game inside. He comes up inside. He's hanging on. He says, "You are not getting away from me, Jeff Blake. I'm getting the franchise record. This is Steeler country, and I own the sack record now."
74 sacks, just passing L.C. Greenwood at 73 and a half. Boy, that's a good company up there at the top, huh?
And he told us, Ron, it's going to mean a lot to him to get that record. We're glad we are here to witness Jason Gildon. Oh, look at the field position.
And a bad punt that gets even worse for Scott Player. And like you say, Tim, great field position now for Tommy Maddox and the Steeler offense. Gildon climbs to the top of the charts. Congratulations, my brother. First down and 10. Ball inside the 30 for Pittsburgh. They'll go up the top right away. And a flag is down.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. Automatic first down.
Ward, touchdown Steelers. So that Jones catch was good enough for a first down. Blake with the pump fake, ball's out. It's a loose ball. Deshae Townsend, the corner, came in on the corner blitz. Still yet no sign as to who has the ball. We know Blake doesn't have it.
Look at this guy over here. He's trying to get down and get to the bottom of it.
Steeler ball. Deshae Townsend starting in place of Dwayne Washington, who was demoted this week, comes up big. Townsend has been a utility player for the last 5 years, and he got mad this week when all the reporters were asking him about starting. Today, I've started before. I played before. I'm a veteran, not a rookie.
And he's a 6-year veteran. And watch him come out here. Watch the stutter step on Freddie Jones. Woo! Now I'm going to slip right by you. And now it's about the tomahawk chops forcing that football out. That is a big-time play for Deshae Townsend.
Well, the Steelers will take over once again with great field position. Ball at about the 22-yard line. Maddox will pass right off the bat. Going right down the middle of the field for Ward again. Touchdown! Touchdown, Steelers. Tommy Maddox has found his groove, and he's also found Hines Ward in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and we talked about exploiting the middle to open it up outside, and watch how Hines Ward is going to sift to the middle of the field, and then Tommy Maddox is just red hot and just throws an absolute strike for a touchdown.
2nd and 3. Chip looking for the outside. He won't get it. Logan in on the tackle along with Ferrier. Ferrier made the initial hit.
And he's the guy that causes this play to go awry for Arizona. Look at the penetration by Ferrier as he flies through the line of scrimmage, forcing that thing to go sideways. And you watch him as he'll get up and fly right through there. See 51? Right under Leonard Davis, and then goes and grabs Marcel Shipp for a tackle for loss. Big right here. You guarantee that Pittsburgh's going to have everybody in the box to try to shut this down. Ron, as always, whoever gets lower out of these two groups is going to win this possession.
Low man wins always in the NFL. Blake does it himself. Looks like he got it.
They're going to have to bring the measurements back out. And they gave him a really healthy spot the first time, and now Jeff Blake knows that this isn't an accurate spot, because to me he looked like he picked up at least a half a yard.
If he got anything at all, he got it.
All he had to do was fall forward, you would think. They got a loss.
Wait a minute. I don't get that spot at all.
Yeah, that is a brutal spot by the official. Can you see that under that massive humanity?
The ruling on the field stands. Arizona is charged with timeout.
You said it. Miller going for the corner. Keeps it inside, actually. He's going to get a nice roll. That will be inside the 5-yard line.
You know that.
2nd and 7. Shipp. And you know what? Arizona has just not shown up here in the second half. I mean, they had momentum going in at halftime after the fumble by Bettis and the field goal, and they gave it away. That ball is complete to Shipp out of the backfield. Blake not seeing what he wants downfield, but it won't matter.
This football, look at him patting. Anytime he's patting it, you know he's getting ready to throw it. What happened there? Aaron Smith got a hand on him, but it didn't look like anything would have caused any pain like that.
Last time here, player got off a bad punt. It hit, rolled backwards, and ended up being great field position for the Steelers. And that's when they did all the damage. Randle is deep.
Line drive.
He'll get a shot, too. Plenty of grass. This is where he's dangerous.
He's got it. He's got something, Ronnie.
Antoine Randle. Heartburn waiting to happen. As McGinnis said, and it just happened. .52 yards and a touchdown for the Steelers.
And what a beautiful thing. You could see it develop up here. Watch him sell everybody over to the sideline. Now it looks like he's going outside, but he comes right up the gut and turns on the Jets, and you're not catching him. As electrifying as he is, and he's got this crowd flying high here in Pittsburgh. Look at all these folks just going nuts as you see Antoine Randle, because it was a line drive kick. His coverage isn't even down there. You don't do that to a guy like L, because he's going to make you pay. Now watch Mike Logan with the final block on the kicker right there. And then nobody's catching Antoine Randle. 3 guys in the NFC better than him.
And Shipp is brought down quickly. Ward was a 3rd-round pick in '98. And, of course, Bolden was a 2nd-round pick. Out Stephen Davis.
That's hard to believe, especially when Tampa really is in a must-win situation.
The bus. Get it going sometime. 3rd and 8. The blitz. Polamalu comes and forces the bad throw.
How many bad throws have we seen from Jeff Blake on the blitz?
And that's what it's been all about. In the first half, he missed a couple that were wide open, and he had time to connect.
Well, he talks about the familiarity with this defense, and Troy Polamalu is going to end up coming in here and gets the pressure on Jeff Blake. Jeff Blake knows where his hot read is. He knows where his receiver is. He just doesn't get it to him.
2nd and goal, the draw. Shipp. and the Steelers are waiting for it. Logan in on the hit. Blake in trouble. Gets rid of it. Intended for the tight end Jones, and he can't get to it.
There's the rookie out of USC, Troy Polamalu, who, under the criticism, the Steelers have never moved up in the first round to draft somebody.
Right.
They moved up to grab Troy Polamalu. 4th and goal, Ronnie. And Bill Cowher says he's playing pretty well. Only a touchdown, Ron, will work. Got to get it across the goal line here.
Blake will go down, and that'll settle that.
And it's Gildon again. Jason Gildon coming from his left end. Just dives in, able to get on the legs of Jeff Blake.
3rd down and 11. Plenty of time. Once again, the same result. Joey Porter this time, along with Aaron Smith.
And that's why. And that's why 3rd down has not gone good. They've been in 3rd and long situations, and the Steelers with that 3-4 defense and those outside linebackers that have been bringing it all day long, whether it's Jason Gildon or Joey Porter, coming in here and getting another sack on Jeff Blake.
Shotgun formation for Blake. Blake holding it. Intended for Ship, no place to go.
Good player.
Ship. Ferrier's been all over the field. Ferrier's one of those guys that may not get the amount of press he deserves. 4th and 3 for the Cardinals. Blake outside, intended for Casper, and it's well overthrown.
Well, I'd go for one. Their kicker needs practice.
Play action, looking for Bolden. Intercepted by Logan. So the 2-point conversion fails. Steelers will go into the victory formation, and that's how it will end. Steelers 28, the Arizona Cardinals 15. We'll be back to wrap up today's action right here in Pittsburgh after these messages.